Page 18, Together. At the top of the page, they talk a little bit about dynamics in music. I talk about dynamics in music in pretty much every video I cover, so I don't have a lot to say up there. And I'll cover the dynamics here and talk about it when I get to the dynamics. 3/4 time, we're still in the key of E flat major, so make sure you can do the E flat major scale, and while you're at it, do the C minor scale. It also has 3 flats. And you just well do the arpeggios too, the E flat major and the C minor arpeggios. So you're kind of getting an idea of playing in these keys. Because once you know these scales, it helps in playing in the keys because your fingers just kind of go to the right block keys. So first, at the beginning, in the left hand here, we got 2 voices. The E flat is tied. You're just holding it here. So be sure and hold these down with the fingers here. And by the way, these first 4 notes in the right hand, that is a chord. It's an E flat major chord, second inversion, doesn't matter. That's the fingering for it. 4th finger on the G, not 3rd. So here. Then 3rd finger, make sure you hold the D flat down. And then here, I'll put in the squiggly line later. Right now, just play the chord. Rest, come down. And I do 1. And now here, at the bottom of page 18, second measure on the 8th notes. I recommend, they sing 3 and 4. No, you want to connect these. You want to feel the connection. That's tricky. So I suggest you just slide off. Do 5, 4, and slide off. Like so. My thumb plays both of these now. And again, 3rd, and then here, that is an F, F sharp. And then 1, 2, 1. I do is that slide off. And then lift up. We want to connect it, but we can't because of that. But we'll get the pedal to help us out. I'll talk about that later. Here, just lift up. Connect what you can. And so forth. Let's go down to the 3rd line. This is where the fun starts. Here. Oh goody. You just gotta love these. There's always one passage in every piece that drives you nuts. So let's take this just a little bit. The left hand or the right hand, I recommend you do that. And then 5. The melody. I'm connecting it. Here, get that under your fingers, and the left hand, you're here, 2, and then here, you're going down in half steps. But on the last one, rather than 5, 2, which is what we'd want to do, we need a 3 on that because we got a C coming up. We need to save the 5th finger for the C. Because these are dotted half notes, you got to hold them down for the whole measure. You're adding the C to it. So it's there. Do both, that's fine. Put the hands together, you're here, 1 beat at a time. Here, then here, then here, and then here. And you just gradually speed that up. Over and over and over, just go over very slowly. Keep the pedal out of this. Because again, we want to learn this without pedal first. We've got to make the fingers do this. And then once you have it, you go have a beer or something. You deserve it. If you're old enough to drink. Now, last line, second measure. That D is tied. You're just adding the B flat, F, A flat to it. Just lower the weight down on it. And then the next measure, finger pedaling these. Hold them down. Here. The last measure, I do a 2-4. They've got you doing a 2-3, 2-4, and then a 1-3. Do a 2-4, 3-5, and then a 1-4. You can connect them all. Just got to get them down at the same time. So it's here. Here. The left hand plays that chord. This is a little tricky, but it's a beautiful piece if you can get it. Well, once you have the finger, the rhythm's not really a problem. It's the notes and the fingering you got to get. Then do the slurs and the little arpeggiated chords and the dynamics. I just kind of combine them. It's moderately loud at the beginning. That's the melody. Again, they put the MF toward the bottom, so you think it applies to the bottom staff. It doesn't. The words are in the way. It applies to the melody. So that's moderately loud. Everything else is soft. These chords, I do all 4 notes as one chord here, and people interpret this differently, so you have to decide. Your teacher will tell you how they want you to do it, but I play the bottom note on the beat. And this, by the way, is an echo. Has to be very soft, and it's both hands here. There's no melody here. Well, it's kind of echoing this. But keep it really, really soft. And then you go back to the moderately loud. Then very soft again. Moderately loud. Very soft again. And now you're loud. You see the F they hit under that? That's the melody. This is louder than you were at the beginning. And there's a lift up. Don't connect this and this. There's a ritardo, there's a slow down. And I tend to get a little softer too. Because now you're back like you were at the beginning. With the dynamics. You can do the dynamics. Let's go down to the last line. You're sort of moderately loud here. And then rallentando means slow down. It's like a ritardando. And then very soft, that's both hands. It's like an afterthought. It's an echo again. A weird echo, but okay. Speed-wise, well, they give you a metronome. It's just a gentle waltz, gentle flowing piece. Just a gentle piece. Now we have to have a pedal here too, because we need to connect things. We want the overtones. We want it to do wonderful things, but we don't want it to get too bad. Although I think in this piece, for the most part, their pedaling is pretty good. So if I pedal it the way they're showing, this is what we get. It's overlapping pedals, so the hands do their thing first and then the pedal. And I'm changing it after I play the notes. Lift up for the rest. We want a 1 beat of silence before we go on. Now here, you lose the rest in the right hand. You lose that because the pedal's going to cover it up. That's okay, don't worry about it. And you don't pedal this. Lift it up with the hands. Just lift the pedal up. And don't pedal. And I don't pedal. This is the last 2 measures of on page 16, 18. I lift the pedal up for the. I don't pedal the 8th notes. Because you can hold these down. Helps to connect it, because we can't do it with the hands. See, I'm losing some of the rest in the right hand, but that's okay. I do want to hear the rest at the end of the first line on page 19 here. So I lift the pedal up with the hand, so one beat rest, and then we keep going. On the third line down here, every beat, go on. And on the last measure, I change it for the half note. Here, I don't want all this. I don't want all that. I just want this. That's all I want it to. I want it to clean out. So I changed the pedal for that last half note. That's what I think it kind of goes like. Yeah, I got to get to know it well enough that you can start feeling. You're not worrying about rhythms and notes and things like that. You're getting into the music. I tend to want to slow down a little bit on the hard part, this part. I tend to want to slow down in there. There's nothing in the music that says to, but in my opinion, if you feel that once you get to know it and you're getting into it, then slow down. Just don't slow down a lot. Because you are loud here, and then you come down a little bit. That last measure is slow because you've been slowing down, so that's slow.